I'm not defensive about it.
Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another live stream and day 19 of the January transfer window. And guess what, guys? Still no signings, still no sales in what is turning into a pretty shite window for Chelsea at this point in time. But fear not, there are still some days left, so maybe a few things could change. But once again, there are more links doing the rounds. We've got the latest on Jamie Bino Gittins, the Borussia Dortmund winger. We've also got news that Chelsea are tracking £40 million rated Parma goalkeeper Zion Suzuki. And we're also reportedly, according to Bild in Germany, we are reportedly pushing hard to sign 19-year-old striker Stephanos Tzimas, facing competition from Liverpool for the striker who is currently on loan at FC Nuremberg in the Bundesliga 2, I think it is. So, yeah, very, very interesting there. And we've got more news on Liam Delap with another report confirming that from this time from Jack Gowan, who's the big Man City reporter at the Daily Mail. And he's saying that Chelsea are seen as front runners to steal Liam Delap away from Ipswich. So once again, we are the favourites for Liam Delap, but the favourites, and we're doing absolutely fuck all seemingly. So we're now day 19, guys, halfway through day 19, and it's been a pretty quiet 24 hours. But big up to everyone who is locked in. Make sure you smash the likes, make sure you subscribe if you're new around here, all of that good stuff. You lot know exactly what to do. And let's get tucked into proceedings. And let's say hello to a few people, and then we'll get this show on the road. Stephanos Tzimas, 19-year-old striker. Go and put money on the Cisco for Delap. Yeah. We are the new Spurs. Nah, brother. We will never be Spurs. We will never be Spurs. Yeah, I'll be real. These are players that I've not really heard of. The only reason I've heard of Zion Suzuki is because I think Man United have been linked with him. That's the only reason I've heard of him. Tzimas I have heard of because I've seen links to Liverpool, but I don't really know that much about him. Brother, we need a goalkeeper. That is something that potentially could well be looked at in the summer. We don't know for certain whether it will be, but there's potentially something that could happen there. Again, I'm not in a position to comment on how good Suzuki is because I've not seen hardly any of him play. But yeah, let's wait and see. Only 15 days left until the deadline. Yeah, we've got about 2 weeks, guys. Clock is ticking. Yeah, bro, I don't want to think about how many goalkeepers we've bought when we could have just literally bought one very, very good one. But this is where we are. Yes, guys, run it up. Big up to Chelsea Australia in the house. Let's get this to 100 likes as quickly as possible, people. Yeah, we do, bro. We do. Obviously, we're going to have to get rid of some. We've got Mike Penders, who there's really high hopes for currently at Ghent. We've also got, Philip Jorgensen, clearly. Georgia Petrovic is on loan. Yeah, there are a few goalkeepers, but the reality is, we don't know how good Jorgensen is because we haven't really seen enough of him. And we know that Robert Sanchez is not up to it if we want to win the big trophies. So that is exactly where we're at right now. Yes, big up, bro, big up. We are a joke, just a for-profit club. None of these signings are for winning. No, I wouldn't say none of them are for winning, but there's a clear theme and a clear pattern emerging in the types of signings that we are making. The vast majority of them are young players with a lot of talent and potential, but key for this ownership is that there's resale value in virtually every signing that we make. Yeah, brother, another day. Here we are. Another day at the office, another day of transfer madness, another day of I'm not really quite sure what's going on. Yeah, it's kind of mad. And when I'm seeing links to Man City signing midfield players, and I'm thinking, that's how a serious club operates. That is how a serious club operates. Gone out there, bang, 3 new players signed. Looking for a midfield player now as well. We've needed midfield depth since January 1st. We've got 2 players on loan that we could recall one of them very easily, and that helps us out massively. Yet we're on January the 19th, and there's not one phone call in sight anywhere about recalling any of these midfielders. Now, I know Andre Santos is unlikely, but Leslie Ugochukwu is a very, very easy one to do. So why we're almost 3 weeks into the window now, and there has been absolutely nothing is beyond me. Absolutely beyond me. And this is not a new thing from the last 5 games. We needed midfield depth five games ago. We needed a competition for Jackson 5 games ago. We needed a centre-back 5 games ago. This is not just suddenly because we're on a bad run. These have been things that we have needed for time, and yet we are seemingly doing absolutely nothing about it. Bro, we need to get our heads in the game, and we need to start operating seriously in the transfer market. That is what needs to happen, and that is what we need to do. I wouldn't say we're turning into Borussia Dortmund, but yeah, look, there is an element of that. There absolutely is an element of that. There is an element of that. But anyway, let's dive into the first bit of news then, guys. And we're going to talk about Zion Suzuki. So Chelsea have continued to track the progress of £40 million rated Parma goalkeeper Zion Suzuki. So this is from the TalkSport transfer notebook from Alex Crook, chief correspondent for football at TalkSport. Now, Zion Suzuki. So Man United are among the sides eyeing up 40 million rated goalkeeper Zion Suzuki 2 years after missing the chance to snap him up for a fraction of that price. Suzuki was close to joining the Red Devils from Japanese club Urawa Red Diamonds in the summer of 2023. But he did not want to be second choice to Andre Onana, so he chose to go out on loan to Belgian minnows Sint-Truiden instead. Parma then paid £8.5 million to take the Japan international to Serie A, where he's earned rave reviews to alert some of Europe's biggest clubs. Chelsea also considered signing the 22-year-old last summer before bringing in Philip Jorgensen from Villarreal, and they have continued to track his progress. Parma are hoping they can keep Suzuki for at least one more season, but a big money offer could test their resolve. £40 million for Zion Suzuki. Now, again, this does not mean that Chelsea are going to go and sign Suzuki. It doesn't mean that at all. But it obviously means that we have got half an eye on Zion Suzuki, and perhaps we are seemingly keeping our options open in terms of a new goalkeeper. We are seemingly keeping our options open. In terms of how good he is, I have to be totally honest. I've hardly seen anything of this guy. But let's have a look at what he's been doing this season in Serie A for Parma. Now, where even are Parma in the Serie A table? They're probably struggling somewhere near the bottom, I'd imagine. Yeah, they're fifth. They're 15th. They're 15th. And they've conceded 35 goals this season. But Zion Suzuki himself, let's see what he's been up to, guys. But again, like, we're looking at goalkeepers, right? We haven't really given Philip Jorgensen a chance whatsoever. He's played a few games here and there. We still don't really know how good this guy actually is. And so I'm looking at it from a situation where I'm thinking, guys, we've signed so many goalkeepers, and yet we are still looking for more goalkeepers. Why can we not just go out there and get a proven top-level goalkeeper? Look how much of a difference it made when Man City signed Ederson, when Liverpool went out and signed Alisson. A top goalkeeper might be expensive, but a top goalkeeper makes an absolutely massive, massive difference to your chances of success. A huge, huge difference to your chances of success. And at this point, anyone's better than Sanchez. I have to be real. But this season, Zion Suzuki, and he's capped 16 times by Japan. He was born in America, though, so he must have Japanese heritage somewhere. He's under contract until 2029 at Parma. Again, contracts, do they really mean that much? I'm not sure. You could definitely get him out of there if you were serious about getting him. But it's another young goalkeeper who Chelsea are keeping an eye on. He's made 19 appearances this season. He's conceded 30 goals, So he's kept 3 clean sheets in 19 games. Now, obviously, Parma are a struggling side. We've got no idea how how many of those goals he's actually at fault for. You're obviously gonna concede a lot of goals in a struggling team. There's no doubt about that. No one's saying it's a marketing signing, by the way. No one's saying it's a marketing signing. And it's important to remember, guys, that this is just someone being looked at. Like, clubs keep tabs on a lot of players all the time, and very rarely do they sign every single player they're keeping tabs on. That's not how it works. But at the same time, he's clearly someone who is on Chelsea's radar. So it's someone where a deal could potentially materialize. Now, I still fully believe that Chelsea will look to get rid of. I mean, look, if it's going to cost £40 million, how much of an opportunity is an opportunity buy? 40 million? I don't look at £40 million as an opportunity buy. I really don't. But these are only good opportunities if you actually make the most of them. You know, if you spend £40 million on Zion Suzuki, for example, it's going to take you quite a long time to get any sort of return on investment. It's going to take you a bit of a while to get a return on investment. Seemingly not right now. Look, Suzuki is, Man United have looked at him. Obviously, I don't see them going back in for him now. He didn't want to be a second choice keeper to Onana at the time, so I doubt he's going to go there now. Parma want to keep hold of Suzuki for one more season. I mean, what counts as big money? They paid £8.5 million for him. Big money is I don't know, brother. I would rather have another goalkeeper than Garnacho. I would rather have another goalkeeper than Alejandro Garnacho. Don't joke with me about that, bro. Don't joke about that sort of shit. do not take the piss, people. The same effort we used. Bro, are you trolling? Is that serious? That can't be serious. We are now going for Zion Suzuki. Next year we'll go for Zion Kawasaki. Fuck's sake. The same effort we used to sign Enzo and Caicedo, we should put the same efforts into getting. Yeah, Chef Dawkins, I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. You know, we went really hard to get those players, and those players have made a big difference to our team. So why we wouldn't go and put the same energy into a goalkeeper and into a striker, which are really important positions, really a big part of the spine of a team, and we're seemingly taking shortcuts, and we're not doing the business. We're not doing the business, guys, in the transfer window. We simply aren't, which I'm just a little bit confused by. But look, this Suzuki guy, I mean, you look at the amount of goalkeepers we've signed over the years, you know, and even over the years, last two or three windows, it's mental. It's absolutely mental. Sanchez, Petrovic, Penders, Philip Jorgensen. That's 4 goalkeepers in 2 summer windows. So that's 2. We signed 2 goalkeepers this summer, and we signed 2 goalkeepers this summer. We've signed 4 goalkeepers for the first team in the last 2 summer windows. That's 4 windows, and that's 4 goalkeepers signed in the last 4 windows. What's going on? And we don't really know if a single one of those goalkeepers we've signed is any good. And we also, who else did we sign? Fucking Gaga Slonina as well from MLS, who clearly is nowhere near good enough as we know. Oh yeah, exactly, brother. Exactly this. Look, some of his shot stopping is good, and he has on occasion bailed us out. Let's make no mistake about it. On occasion, he's bailed us out. Kepa's not the answer. Look, Kepa obviously is doing well at Bournemouth. There's no doubt about it. We're fully aware of that. But yeah, it's mental. This is it, bro. All these goalkeepers, and we've signed 1 striker, Mark Guiu, who's 18, and we only signed him because he had a £5 million release clause. Can't even give our B team players away. What a shit show. Yeah, we're struggling right now. We are struggling. Petrovic was moved because the new manager wanted to do it. No, Petrovic was moved Petrovic was moved because there was no market for Robert Sanchez. If Chelsea could have sold Sanchez, they would have sold him 100%. If there was a market for Robert Sanchez, he would have been sold. But the reality is that there was no market for him. Petrovic played well last season, therefore there was more of a market for him. He's young and he's got obviously a lot more development to do and improvement as a goalkeeper. And you know, that's why he was gone. Bro, Kepa's gone in the summer. I think he's got a £5 million release clause in his contract. Out of here, see you later. Do you think any signings this Jan are actually realistic? Gerhi, I don't think it's going to happen. Matthias Tell, no, because he's determined to stay at Bayern Munich. So that is not realistic. And Liam Delap, I think you could go and get Liam Delap this window. It would cost you quite a lot of money. But if you're serious and you want to finish in the top 4, which we have to do this season, you need to go and do it. Yes, big up. What else is going on here? I mean, look, Diogo Costa. Yeah, I like him. I like it. By the way, the defense is nowhere near as bad as what people make it out to be. Yes, we make a lot of mistakes. Yes, we need to improve defensively, but we still got. I think we're in the top 5 or top 6 in the league for our defensive record this season. So if you look at the goals that we've conceded, I think about 5 or 6 of them have been penalties, and a number have been individual mistakes that are being made. So we haven't conceded an awful lot of goals that the other teams have kind of torn us apart. Yeah, it's not great. What else have we got? No, the defense is not that bad. Cucurella, very good player. Reece James, outstanding. Look, yeah, centre back. You know, you could definitely do better. Yes, the amount of clean sheets or that needs to improve. But ultimately, I don't care how many clean sheets we've got, as long as we're winning games. As long as we're winning games, that's the most important thing. You know, that's the most important thing, guys. Jorgensen and Sanchez were both pointless signings. We were better off spending big on a keeper. Yeah, bro, I absolutely agree. Bro, the fact of the matter is, has Sanchez? He stopped. He saved a penalty away at Bournemouth earlier this season. Bro, the mad thing is, right? We haven't replaced Thibaut Courtois, and how many years ago did he leave? And we've not replaced him. It's mental. It is absolutely mental how so many years have gone by and we still haven't replaced this guy. What are we doing? Gittins is good link. Gittins is a good link, but we do need to. Well, Chalobah's back now, so I think that covers us off for January. But in the summer, we need to go in for centre backs, and we need a striker. We need a striker. We need a striker. I mean, Mendy was ridiculous for about a year, and then he just completely fell off a cliff. So I don't really know what's going on there, guys. We're 140 in the building already. There's only 45 likes. Keep smashing that like button. Run these likes up. Let's get this to 100 likes as quickly as possible, people. And keep subscribing to the channel if you are new around here. But yeah, let's get this to 100 likes, guys. We're on 45. Plenty of people in the building. Run it up. Let's get this done, guys. Blame a goalkeeping coach for us buying Sanchez. Yeah, I hear you. No, we haven't really replaced him. We haven't. But yeah, Mendy was ridiculous. He was ridiculous for 18 months, and then it kind of all fell apart. But here we are. Chelsea tracking the progress of Zion Suzuki. Whether it goes anywhere, I've got no idea. Are we going to sign another goalkeeper in the summer? I really don't know. But if we're serious about moving forward as a football club, then we need to get another goalkeeper in the summer. We're not going to get one in January. We know that. Yeah, I think he absolutely will. And this is where, and if we do miss out on a top 4, which obviously there's still a long way to go, but if we do miss out on a top 4, people will blame Maresca. But you have to look at him being given the tools that he's been given. If Chelsea refuse to do anything in January, don't give him midfield depth, and don't give him a striker, then what's he meant to do? What's he meant to do? No, I don't think Lavia missed training on Friday, but he posted a picture on Instagram of him, Enzo, and Caicedo on the pitch from a recent game. Maybe some sort of cryptic clue that everything's fine. So I don't. I mean, there's nothing major coming that he's injured or whatever. So there we are. Yeah, Trafford's another one that we've been linked with in the past. I wouldn't be surprised to see James Trafford go to Newcastle in the summer, to be honest. But Trafford again is a good keeper. He actually did come through he came through the academy at Man City, so I'm surprised that more links to James Trafford haven't appeared. But again, he's another young goalkeeper, so he probably perfectly fits the mold, guys. Perfectly fits the mold. Yeah, I think Parma will be fine. Whether all four of them are going to be all right, I don't really know. But that's the latest in the goalkeeping situation. If we move across to the striking situation, guys, and it's wonderful, wonderful news, because all is good, guys. All is good. According to Sport Bild, which is a prominent German publication, Chelsea are trying particularly hard to sign Stephanos Tzimas from FC Nuremberg, and they have a 45% chance of getting the highly rated 19-year-old striker this window. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure how you work out a transfer, give a transfer a 45% chance. That's pretty specific, very precise. This fella, I'll be honest, I don't know much about him. Liverpool are very, very interested in him as well. He's meant to be, an exciting up-and-coming talent. But again, let's see what this is saying. According to Bild, who report that Chelsea have a 45% chance of getting the highly rated 19-year-old this window. The publication reports that Nuremberg are planning a super deal for the youngster in the summer. He's currently on loan from PAOK Thessaloniki or something, but they want to exercise an 18 million euro clause to sign him permanently. That's seen as a smart solution for them, as they can easily sell him at a profit. Rumours have been growing around the player for some time. Sides in the Premier League are keeping a particularly close eye on him, and Chelsea are one of them. In fact, there are 18 clubs across Europe being linked with the Greek. Bild provide an overview of those, but say Chelsea are trying particularly hard to get Tzimas. Nuremberg's asking price of 25 million euros would not be a problem for them. According to the newspaper, they have a 45% chance of getting the striker. Any effort for him would presumably be determined by their efforts to reduce the numbers in their current squad. So yeah, we've got to obviously make space. So we've got a 45% chance of signing Stephanos Tzimas, apparently, from Nuremberg, the Bundesliga 2 side. And he's 19 years old, and he's a Greek striker. I know very little about him, but what I can tell you is that it's another project signing. It's another potential signing. And is that really the answer to what we're looking for? And is that the answer to helping us improve? And the answer is no, that's not the answer to helping us improve. Absolutely not the answer to helping us improve. Let's have a look what Stephanos Tzimas has done this season in the Bundesliga 2 with Nuremberg. Tzimas. Let's have a quick look on the old transfer mark to see what my man's doing. See what he's done this season. Tzimas 19, FC Nuremberg. Let's have a quick look what's going on here. So, yeah, he's on loan from PAOK, the Greek club. He is a Greek under-21 international, 5 caps, no goals. Thessaloniki, whatever that, however you pronounce it. So, in the Bundesliga 2, 14 appearances, 8 goals and 2 assists. He's got 10 GNA and 14 appearances in the Bundesliga 2. I've got no idea how good the Bundesliga 2 is. Obviously, it's the German equivalent of the Championship, but I can't imagine, I don't know how it stacks up compared to the Championship. Again, this would be a potential buy. Again, this is someone who is very, very raw. Are we going to sign him? I've got absolutely no idea. But he scored what? 1, 2, 3 goals in his last 5 games. He started 10 of their 15 matches. Yeah, is he tall? 1m86, 186 centimeters he is. There's a bit of height in there. I don't really know an awful lot about him, but right now, guys, we're looking at a situation here where we're being linked with players who aren't moving the needle and aren't addressing what we need. The last thing we need is another 19-year-old kid with some potential. That is the last thing that we need. You know, it's the last thing we need. Do I see us going for him? I don't know. Look, this guy could be good. He could be good. I'm not sure if it is a Strasbourg signing. That Jeremy Hernandez, it would be a Strasbourg signing. This Stephanos Tzimas, I don't know whether he'd be a Strasbourg signing or not. That is what we would. That's what we'd have to ascertain if we actually ended up going for him. But Liverpool are believed to be ahead in the race for him. Although you never know what we might do. Look, I don't know how good this guy is. He could be very good, but it's not really for us to find out. But yeah, there's no point us, going for a could be, because we need more than a could be. We need something like, yes, this guy is good. People, there's 175 in the building. We're only on 56 likes. What's going on? Smash that like button. It's free. Takes seconds to do. And please subscribe as well. I'll never ask for any money from anyone, but make sure you are smashing the like button. It's free. It takes seconds to do, and it would really, really help me out. So hit the likes and subscribe, guys. 176 in the building. Let's get this up over 100 likes as quickly as possible. All the money wasted on these pointless signings we could have. Yeah, bro, I hear you. I absolutely hear you. Not saying he's a bad player, but yeah, exactly. Like, how many young strikers do you need? You don't. This is my point. You don't need all these young strikers. So what exactly is the plan? And what exactly are we doing? I don't know what the plan is. But yeah, Chelsea trying particularly hard, according to Sport Bild, to sign Stephanos Tzimas from FC Nuremberg. Could be as much as 25 million euros, which is about 20 million quid. You're thinking 20 million quid on a 19-year-old who's doing a little bit in the Bundesliga too. Guys, that's not the answer. That is not the answer. David Washington doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned. Simply does not exist. But sticking with strikers, guys, and there's more news on Liam Delap, the man of the moment, supposedly. It's mental how Sky are bigging up this this City Ipswich game as Delap versus Haaland, and I'm just like, guys, have some shame. I get it, you've got to try and sell this game, but Delap versus Haaland is not a contest. I don't know why it's being billed as Delap versus Haaland, but there we go. So the making of Liam Delap. Let's have a look what's being said about Liam Delap. So he spent the last few weeks. So we had successful loan away at Hull City. He's aware. So he got £20 million switch to Ipswich. City inserted a buyback clause at over 30 million just in case. With 8 top-flight goals already and the general feeling of carrying Ipswich's threat as this one-man battering ram, New England coach Thomas Tuchel overseeing with interest his value rockets by the week. It was 1 million 6 years ago. City the only club in for Derby County's duel, a deal driven through by City's academy recruitment duo Joe Shields and Stuart Thompson, both who are now at Chelsea. So Joe Shields actually signed Delap from Derby County, and we've got Shields and Thompson both at Chelsea, who are seen as the front runners to steal Delap away from Portman Road. So there's no surprises here. The two people that's discovered Delap are now both at Chelsea. The two people that bought him from Derby to Man City are now both at Chelsea. And I imagine that Shields and Thompson, Delap is I'll be honest now, guys. I'm not saying this month or whatever. I would be shocked if Liam Delap wasn't a Chelsea player next season. I would be shocked if he wasn't. I just think it's honestly, it's one of the most obvious transfers going. Obvious transfers going. You know, it really is one of the most obvious ones going, guys. And I'd be stunned if it wasn't. So we'll have to wait and see. Bro, you could say that about anyone. Taking penalties is a skill and is difficult in itself. It is tricky taking penalties. So I haven't got any issues whatsoever with that. I think we'll end up with Liam Delap. We've got obviously Thompson, or is it Joe Shields and Stuart Thompson both there. Thompson had been watching Delap for 3 years before committing the money to land him at 16. City believe that other clubs dismissed him because of his size, because Delap was so large and physically developed so early, beating defenders about, that it didn't offer a reflection of his actual ability. At 13, someone for scouts too easily ignore. Yet there was something about the pace, the raw blistering pace, the unusual deft feet and ability to play across the front three, and when barging through and dinking over the goalkeeper during a game away at United's Carrington Bay is an obvious nous coupling the brawn. He'd ripped City to bits on his own in the under-15, scoring twice. Worries existed about his link-up play, but he passed every test. By the time City did the deal, he wasn't even the tallest of the group. Even so, his stature at the club, he scored 47 goals in 61 games for the age group teams. And he scored on his first team debut in a Carabao Cup win over Bournemouth in September 2020. There we go. So Chelsea are the front runners for Liam Delap, as expected. But again, if we're serious, why are we not making a move for him this month? Now, Joe Shields is good, bro. Joe Shields has done a lot of good stuff for us. Lavia, Parma. We wouldn't get those guys without Joe Shields. No, I mean, look, you can say that if you like, but the likes of Bournemouth, the likes of Brighton have done some very, very good recruitment. So, yeah, this is it. If you want Delap, you need to get him this month. If you want Delap, because we're in a critical stage now, guys, where just going in, he's just scored now, has he? Has Tzimas just scored now? That Tzimas kid just scored for Nuremberg. Are they playing now? Are they? Fair enough, bro. How is Delap? Please explain how Delap's shite. Please explain what's shit about him. Because I'd be interested to know. Yeah, no, absolutely. We need to look beyond that. Absolutely, we need to look beyond that. I'm not disputing the facts that we need to look beyond that. But what I am saying is, guys, is that Joe Shields has got a good track record. He's the one that discovered Jadon Sancho. He's obviously discovered Phil Foden. Bro, please just watch Delap play football. You should have seen. You should have watched him against us. He absolutely tore us apart. Absolutely ripped us to shreds. Am I saying like it's going to be a transformative signing? No, I'm not saying that. But at the end of the day, guys, it's going to be a vast improvement to the squad, and it's going to give us another option which we simply don't have, which could definitely help us win games. So that is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, sure, Duran would be great. But the reality of the situation is, guys, is that we had our chance to sign John Duran in the summer, and we didn't take it. Please explain how Delap I'm not saying it's the ultimate answer, but it is an answer, and it's a better answer than we've got so far. You know, we're not going to get a big name striker. I've come to terms with that. We know we're not getting a big name striker, guys. So we have to deal in realism here, and the most realistic option for us to get is a Delap. I think we missed our chance on John Duran in the summer. We didn't fancy it because of worries about his attitude. Sesko is a possibility. Omorodion's at Porto. Again, reported he was still interested in him, but whether we'd go in for him in the summer, I've got no idea. And the thing is, right? And the thing is, Delap is better than what we've got. So if it's a case of stick with what we've got, which is not enough now to get us in the top four, in my opinion, or you bring the guys, or you bring Delap in, you bring Delap in. Delap is better than bringing no one in. Osimhen is not coming. Osimhen's not coming, guys. The chance to get Osimhen was the summer. We didn't want to pay the money. Fair enough. That's the way it goes. We didn't want to pay the money for Osimhen, so that's it. That's gone now. That's gone now, Osimhen. So Osimhen not happening, guys. Gyökeres is not going to happen. No, I don't think Delap will be that much. I think, look, they signed him for 20 mil. His value's probably doubled, call it 40. Put January tax on it. You could get Delap 50 mil, I reckon. And I know that sounds like a lot of money, but you could get him for 50 mil and he would make a difference. He would make a difference to this Chelsea team. No one can tell me that Delap wouldn't make a difference to Chelsea, because he absolutely would make a difference. Is he as good as Osimhen? No. If you're saying to me, is Liam Delap a better striker than Victor Osimhen? No, he's not. But Victor Osimhen chose money over wanting to come to us, and that's on him. That's on him. Bro, Mbeumo's not coming. Mbeumo will probably go somewhere like Arsenal or Newcastle in the summer. Yeah, it is. It's too many seasons without a number 9. Too many seasons, and it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Bro, it is. Look, you can look at whoever's fault it is. You can say it's our fault for not wanting to pay more wages. But at the end of the day, if Osimhen really wanted to join Chelsea, like other players have done, he would have dropped his wage demands. And the reality is he didn't, and he chose to go and play in Turkey instead. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Yes, okay, he thinks he's worth that money, fair enough. Chelsea didn't believe he was worth that money. Now, if he really wanted to come and join us, he would have dropped his wages and joined. Yeah, no, look, Mateta could be a very good alternative as well. Mateta could absolutely be a very good alternative. Someone, who could be that Demba Ba, that Loic Remy type of signing for Chelsea. It's never, ever going to happen. But Mateta could be a good alternative for Chelsea, like a plan B striker, like in the Loic Remy, Demba Ba type of mould, which we've had success with in the past. Guys, we're 18 likes away from 100. There's 200 of you in the building. Let's run this up. Let's run this up. Smash that like button, people. And keep subscribing if you're new around here. There's 200 in the building. There's definitely loads of you in here who aren't subscribed. So please smash that subscribe button if you're new round here. It would really help me out. Let's get this to 15,340. That's 9 more subscribers. Come on, guys. There's plenty of you in here. Help me out. 2 clicks of 2 buttons, which takes 10 seconds. Someone let me know when we're on 100 likes. Osimhen's not worth the hassle. Bro, I absolutely agree on that front. I 100% agree. If Osimhen was 19, yeah, quite possibly, but he wouldn't be demanding that sort of money at 19. Well, someone mentioned it. I don't know why we're not putting. I don't have the answers. I'm not in contact with the board. I don't have contacts at the club to ascertain as to why we're not doing this. I don't know. really. I do not know, guys. But yeah, I don't know what to say, people. I don't know what to say. Johan Visser from Brentford, it's not really moving the needle. I don't see Chelsea going in for him. He doesn't. If he really wanted to play for Chelsea, like everyone was saying, like Mikel was saying, like all the reports are saying, Osimhen really wants to play for Chelsea, then you drop your wages and you come and play in the Premier League. He didn't want to. He simply did not want to. That's the reality. Or he was just shockingly advised. But it's probably a combination of the two. Which striker in the top half? I mean, obviously Haaland, but that's totally unrealistic. In terms of realistic options in the top half of the table, I mean, I'd love to get Alexander Isak. Not realistic. You're probably looking at someone like John Duran in the top half of the table as a realistic option for Chelsea. You would say John Duran from the top half if we're being realistic. But yeah, Strand Larson, he's okay, but that's not really making a difference. Exactly. It's his loss. It is his loss at the end of the day. Nah, not for me. Ollie Watkins is a good player, but I would rather John Duran, to be perfectly honest. I would rather John Duran. So, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see, guys. I mean, I'm a little bit concerned by Maresca's latest comments, by the way, on he was asked about whether they're going to sign, whether Chelsea are going to sign a striker. It's not about signing a killer. In this moment, the one that's probably missing the goal is Nico, but the way he is working is fantastic. We don't have any doubt that Nico is soon going to start scoring goals. So Maresca basically saying that Chelsea aren't planning to make a statement signing an attack. Asked whether the Blues are looking to make a statement signing an attack, Maresca said no, because I think by being a little bit more lucky, we can convert and score more goals. It's not about signing a killer. That's a bit worrying. That's a little bit worrying. Yeah, okay, we can be more clinical if we start taking more chances, but yeah, that's peak. That's not what you want to hear from the gaffer. That is not what you want to hear from the gaffer at all. Absolutely not what you want to be hearing from the gaffer. But ultimately, his hands might be tied. There's nothing really that he can do. Obviously, I'd take Duran all day. Just feels like most options won't really elevate this team. I think we're jumping the gun with Delap. January's, yeah. There's not that many options out there. That's the reality of the situation, guys. There's not that many options out there that are going to make a difference. You're really looking at players like Isak's not going to happen. Osimhen's not happening. Gyökeres is not happening. John Duran is not happening. So then you're looking at a situation where you're looking at maybe a Sesko or a Liam Delap as probably Chelsea's two most realistic options at the top end of the pitch. Yeah, of course they go through droughts, but we need another striker. But this is the reality, people. You can mention all these names, but if we're being realistic here, then it's going to be Benjamin Sesko or Liam Delap. I don't see us going for any. I don't see us going for any other strikers. I could be wrong, and Chelsea could do some sort of a madness, but I'm personally, guys, I'm personally not seeing it. I'm personally not seeing it. No, I don't think that's. I think that's utter nonsense. By the way, I think that's utter nonsense. It's not up to him what players come through the door. You can ask all you want for players. If the directors and the ownership don't give it to you, then there's nothing you can do as a manager. Nah, bro, Sesko is good. Sesko is good. There obviously are limitations to him. Of course, there are limitations to his game, but Sesko's a good player. Let's not do that. Let's not do that and say that Sesko isn't a good player, because he absolutely is. Is he ready? I don't know whether he's ready for a big move or not. I would probably take Delap, because I just think he's a bit more rounded. He knows the league and whatnot, and it would probably help us better. No, I don't think it's unlikely, but we need to address the situation in this window. Otherwise, it could become unlikely. But look, we win tomorrow night, which is not a given. But if we win tomorrow night, we're back into 4th place and we're back 2 points behind, 2 points ahead of Newcastle. And the picture looks a little bit better than it is. Yeah, it might well be. But ultimately, the people that matter and the people that are in charge more than likely don't see it that way. More than likely don't see it that way. So we have to evaluate and do things a little bit differently, people. We've got to evaluate and do things a little bit differently. Yeah, look, I mean, Arsenal are very interested in Sesko as well. We have to see. I mean, look, Justin Kluivert was very, very good yesterday. And it is frustrating, right? Because you look at what Bournemouth are doing, for example. I think a Bournemouth level on points with us right now. They could well be. Let's have a quick look at the Premier League table. Are Bournemouth suddenly level on points with us? Yeah, they are. Bournemouth are level on points with us, right? And how much money have Bournemouth spent to be on the same points as us currently? And this is what, 3 years under the new ownership, just directorship? Look at some of the signings that they've made. Milos Kerkez, outstanding. Zabarnyi, very good. Huijsen, very good. Semenyo, Justin Kluivert. You know, these are smart signings and they've got a top manager and they're a very, very, very well-run football club. A very well-run football club. And you sort of look at it and you think, those are the kind of signings that we should be making. You know, where's our Zabarnyi? Where's our Huijsen? You can look at, you know, where are they? You know, the fact that Zabarnyi and Huijsen cost Bournemouth less than £50 million. Less than 50 mil, Zabarnyi and Huijsen cost Bournemouth. Look how good that partnership is. Look how good those defenders are. We spent more than 70 million on Disasi and Badiashile, and Zabarnyi and Huijsen cost less than 50. That for me is where certain recruitment needs to be much, much better. Because how can Bournemouth get something so right with Zabarnyi and Huijsen, and Chelsea can get it so wrong with players like Disasi and Badiashile for over 20 minutes. No, they would. Huijsen and Zabarnyi would get the time to develop. They absolutely would. Guys, we're 3 likes away from 3 likes away from 100 likes. Keep smashing that like button. There's 182 in the building still. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Smash those likes, people, and keep subscribing as well to the channel if you are new round here. That would be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated, guys. So make sure you are running it up. There should be well over 100 likes, people. There's plenty of you in here. So just help me out and get it done. Yeah, he did run them ragged. He did run them ragged. No, they're good players, though. They are good players. And Chelsea have reportedly looked at both of those players. They have reportedly looked at both of those players. But I mean, Paratici's in prison, so I'm not really too sure what's going on there. I'm pretty sure Paratici's been locked up, if I'm not mistaken, or I just completely imagine that. I'm pretty sure he has. But anyway, the point we're making here is, guys, and Miz has made a very good point here, right? Big up to Miz, by the way, because this is a fair point here. This is a fair point here from Miz. Just a thought. What if we didn't buy Dewsbury Hall, Vega, Felix, Kellyman, Tosin, and Guiu, and instead put that money on Olise's transfer fee and wages? Would that have been too outrageous of a decision? Wouldn't the purchase of one Olise have been superior to buying many unwanted players? And he's absolutely spot on there. He's absolutely spot on with what he says there. You know, whatever the reasons you want, whatever the reasons are that we missed out on Olise, and I think it's quite obvious why we missed out, wouldn't it have just been much easier? Wouldn't it have just been a better idea to have put that money towards getting Olise in, a genuine game changer, a genuine player who would have made a difference to this team? Instead, we've signed a load of bang average players, because we weren't prepared to commit a bit more money to his wages. Surely that would have made a bit more sense, no, guys? Would that not have made a bit more sense? Or am I just losing the plot here? That surely would have made more sense. And why we didn't, and yet exactly it, Stephen. And yet we're choosing to repeat the same mistakes. Nah, bro, FFP is just a cop-out. FFP is a cop-out. You know, we could have easily signed Olise and complied with FFP. That is absolutely... That's absolutely the case. We could have easily complied with FFP and signed Olise. You just look at decisions and being smart. You look at decisions and being smart, and it would have been much smarter to sign Olise than sign all these players. That's the reality, because Olise would have been an absolute game changer for us, but instead we chose to go down a different road, and we're kind of paying the price for that at the moment. We're kind of paying the price for it, guys, which is really, really frustrating. Really frustrating. Do you know what I mean? Really frustrating. But there's no point crying about it. It's happened, but you've got to be looking. You've got to be looking at making better decisions and smarter decisions rather than just buying because you want resale value. You've got to be looking at making better decisions and smarter decisions. Yeah, but bro, I'm pretty sure. I think it's called. Is it called Richard Olise? He's a defender, so I'm not really sure how much that's going to help us. What's goal rush? No, I don't think necessarily having two is a bad idea. It's just a bad idea employing two people that are shit at their job. That's what the bad idea is. That's what the bad idea is. But yeah, look, it's a very, very good point from Miz there. A very, very good point. And you know, why we've not done that is kind of obvious at one level, but yeah, it is a strange one, isn't it? It really is a strange one. Every time I see Olise doing well, a little part of me hurts inside. No, but you don't have to. No, but you could give him an incentivized contract. You could have given him an incentivized contract with the ability to earn that much money. Like that wasn't beyond the realms of possibility. Chelsea could have done the Olise deal if they wanted to, but we decided against it. We decided against doing the Olise deal. That's the reality of it, guys. But anyway, it is what it is. Guys, keep smashing the likes. We're 156 in the building. Make sure you keep running it up, guys. Running it up. 107 likes. Let's get this to 120, 130, guys. Should be light work. And keep subscribing if you are new. No, but a decision, that is a good decision because we need a striker. We need a striker. And that would be a better decision. I'll tell you what, signing Liam Delap is a better decision than just carrying on with what we've got, which is a Nicholas Jackson who's struggling right now, a Christopher Nkunku who doesn't want to be here, and a Mark Guihu who is raw as anything. You know, talking about making better decisions is signing a striker this month. No, Sancho's fine. Winstanley is just a data analyst under the name of sporting director. Maybe he is. Nah, nothing on the sponsorship and nothing on the stadium as of yet. No sponsorship, no stadium update as of yet, guys. Well, he wouldn't be taking he wouldn't be taking pens anyway. So because Parma's the penalty taker. I think Delap could score 15 goals for Chelsea without pens in the Premier League. I really do. Playing with better players, playing in a team that would create more chances. I think Delap could score 15 Premier League goals for Chelsea. I don't think that's ridiculous at all. bro, we're not going to. Villa aren't selling Duran this month, and it would be at least double the price of what we could have got him for in the summer. Bro, Winstanley didn't even call him. He briefed that he called him. We all know it was Egbali that called him. And I'm not giving Winstanley credit for making a decision which was an obvious decision to make. Yep, bro, I don't understand that either. I can't get my head round that one either. Can't get my head around it. Literally makes 0 sense. 0 sense whatsoever. But that's where we are. Anyway, let's move away from that. I wanted to quickly cover there's been a little update on Jamie Gittins. Now, we know that Chelsea are looking at Jamie Gittins as a possible player to sign in the wide areas. Florian Plettenberg, it's not just Bayern considering a move for Jamie Gittins this summer. Man United and Chelsea are also seriously interested. No decisions have been made yet, but all teams have expressed concrete interest. If Borussia Dortmund fail to qualify for the Champions League, the departure of the 20-year-old top talent becomes highly likely. Highly likely. So basically, it looks like Bayern Munich, Man United as well. I mean, if it's Man United, if I'm Gittins, I'm going nowhere near Man United. There's going to be no fucking European football at this rate next season. I mean, Gittins is another City graduate, yeah. But yeah, look, Gittins is a good player, but I mean, if we're up against Bayern Munich, I mean, where Bayern Munich are going to play, and I've got no idea unless Leroy Sané is going to be leaving, not going to sign his contract unless there's going to be a few issues there. Then I don't really know what's going to happen with that. But he's another City graduate. It's a small update there. Gittins, if Dortmund don't make the Champions League, will almost certainly leave. If Bayern want him, Bayern could well get him. If I was Gittins, I would probably stay clear of Chelsea, to be perfectly honest. But Gittins would be a really, really good signing. It's not a signing that we need right now, but a signing that, if we can do it in the summer, would be a really good move for us. Would be a really, really good move for us, and I would be happy. I would be happy with that. I would be very happy with that. But I don't personally see it happening. No, we don't need Pusey, but yeah, that's just a little bit of extra additional on Jamie Gittins. Again, we're looking at him. I mean, luckily there's been no news on Garnacho, who once again is on the Manchester United bench this afternoon. Nah, bro, we're not going to get Matthias Tell. No, the only way Chelsea have got any chance of getting Matthias Tell is if he changes his mind and says that he wants to leave Bayern Munich. And there are absolutely zero indications of that being the case. Zero indications of that being the case, guys. But yeah, guys, we're 7 likes away from 120. Still 140 in the building. Keep smashing that like button. It's free. Takes seconds to do. Would greatly appreciate it. Well, probably because A, they're good players, and B, because we've got 2 people that worked at the City Academy and a gaffer that was also there. No updates on Vega. No, Marseille were apparently the latest team interested in trying to do a deal for him. Yeah, but this is it. Delap fits best of that age group. Exactly. This is my point. This is not me choosing Delap over these other names. This is about being realistic, guys. You know, and he's the most obvious choice in terms of being realistic. He is the most obvious choice in regards to that. In regards to that, he is the obvious choice, guys. No doubt about it. No doubt about it whatsoever. Obvious choice for us. So we'll wait and see what happens with Gittins. Let's hope that Dortmund don't make the Champions League. But again, if we're up competing against Bayern Munich, and maybe other clubs will come in the summer for him as well, then it could be a little bit tricky for us. It could well be a little bit tricky for us, but we will have to wait and see on that. We'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, there was someone was saying something about Barcelona being interested in Delap's not another Dewsbury Hall, absolutely no chance. Apparently there is, let's go through this. I mean, again, I don't know how true this is, but it's in Spanish publication Sport. Barcelona like Disasi and Carney, who they wanted to sign last summer, but the excellent performance of Casado and Bernal aborted their attempts. But Deco already had a name on the table in case it was necessary to go to the market. So Barcelona, Chukwuemeka. Interesting. Interesting. How true is that? I don't know. But Barcelona apparently like Axel Disasi as well. So yeah, quite what's going on there, I do not know. There's no way Axel Disasi is going to end up at Barcelona. Well, Potter might want him as well. Your score prediction for tomorrow's game, I said 2-1 win, but again, that's going to be pretty close. It is going to be close. I'm trying to translate this article, but it's not going particularly well. It's not going particularly well. Let's try again. And see if it loads. But yeah, Barcelona are supposedly interested in Axel Disasi. At this rate, just get this guy gone. I don't care where he goes. I don't care where he goes. Just do whatever deal is necessary to get rid. To get rid, whatever deal is necessary, guys. So yeah. No, I didn't gas the signing of KDH. I thought Dewsbury would be a useful signing for us. At no point was I gassing the signing of KDH. I thought it'd be a useful signing, but clearly it's not worked out, and that's the way that these things go sometimes. But I was not gassing the signing of KDH. That simply isn't true. No, I did not. Absolutely did not gas the signing of KDH. That simply isn't true. I thought it would be a good signing for us. I thought it would add some good squad depth and a useful alternative option. But at no point was I thinking, "Oh my god, this is an amazing signing." Look, Chukwuemeka is available for straight loan, so I don't think there'd be any fee involved or anything like that. So look, Barca could, in theory, sign Chukwuemeka on loan. I don't think that's beyond possibility. I don't think that's beyond possibility at all. I don't think it's beyond possibility at all, guys. But yeah, Barcelona like Disasi. This is just not translating to English, so we're not going to really find out why that is. But it's not a very long article anyway, so doubt it's particularly interesting. But yeah, we just need to get rid of these guys. Just get rid of them. Just get rid of these guys. Absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. How can it be day 19 and we're seemingly nowhere? Yep, Danny Welbeck. That guy Welbs. What a player. What a player, guys. Now I don't think we'll get Garnacho. I don't think we'll get Garnacho. I hope not anyway. Nothing can be ruled out, which is a problem under this ownership. Nothing can be ruled out. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So there we go. It wasn't Welbeck, was it? Charlie, what do you think of Arsenal bottling? Yes, standard procedure. Yep, Spurs could easily lose. Guys. I don't think that's a ridiculous thing to say. Guys, we're 8 likes away, by the way, from 130 likes. Let's get this to 130 likes, people. I'm going to round this one out imminently. But guys, let's get this to 130 likes. I know the 2 o'clock games are starting now. There's some decent games, so I'm going to get off to that in a second, people. But run those likes up. Keep subscribing to the channel if you are new round here as well, guys. Let's just check if there's anything that's come in. Anything whatsoever. Don't think there is. I don't think there is. So there we go. Anyway, yeah, guys, we're gonna round it out here. Because the numbers are dropping now, and yeah, we're gonna leave it there, people. So big up to everyone that's tuned in, guys. Make sure you smash the likes on the way out. Let's get this to 130 likes. There's 8 more likes. Please smash the like button on the way out. Big up to everyone that's tuned in this afternoon. Love for all the support as always. It means a lot. Thank you so much as always, guys. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. for another day in the life of the Chelsea transfer window. Let's see if we get any updates in the next 24 hours. As I said, I'll be back later if there's any major news. Unlikely, I would imagine, on a Sunday, but you never know. If not, guys, we'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. UK time, for the latest instalment of the Chelsea shit show, which is the January transfer window. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the games as you're watching them. Smash the likes on the way out. Subscribe if you're new around here. All that good stuff. Up the Chelsea, and peace.